TGIF, let's talk some baseball. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Ben, aka CashKeg, back with an MLB Prizepicks video. Apologize for the lighting here. The internet is down. They're not going to be out until Monday. My lights run off the internet, so it's kind of dark, but we'll get through it. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, you want to join us, use that promo code CashKeg and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. And I got one no-run first inning that we'll talk about here this morning, and then two other plays we like for some batters. I also got three more no-run first inning plays I have posted up in our Discord. If you want access to those three, head on over to dailyedgesports.com and get access to not only those, but the other 8 cappers we have on staff. So come check us out. And with that, let's talk a little baseball. All right, Prizepicks desktop is up here. Again, we are going to talk about one no-run first inning play that I do like here that is on the board, and then 2 hitter plays that I do like. Like I said, I've got 3 other no-run first inning plays that I have posted inside of our Discord. So heading over to first inning runs allowed. There's not a lot on the board right now, that we do have up here. But I think one that we can definitely take a look at, that I do like, is going to go up here, and it's going to be Gray and Corbin. I know it's kind of popular. There's a couple other ones that I do like, but I think this is one that you can kind of take advantage of with Gray and Corbin. Just kind of look at their stats a little bit for this year and see what they've been doing. Gray for 2024 is 13-2 no runs first inning this year. Corbin surprisingly is 15-2 no runs first inning in a perfect 7-0 at home. So kind of surprising there a little bit with him. Sometimes he can get wild, so it makes you a little bit nervous with him, but man, he's had a great year so far. And then offenses wise, St. Louis Cardinals just struggled immensely here. They have not put up a run in the first inning in their last 10 games. They are 10-0, no runs first inning in that offense. And then Washington is 9-1 with an overall of 86% not putting up runs in the first inning, and St. Louis is 79. So both are pretty high, not putting up runs there. Hopefully Sonny Gray, again, keep that ball on the ground, get out, and then Corbin doesn't blow up until later. I do like St. Louis in this for first 5 if you're kind of looking at a play there in the books for money line. But just looking at the stats so far this year with both of these offensives kind of struggling, and again, I'm super surprised with Patrick Corbin's no-run first inning, to be quite honest with you, but I still think it's a play here. We'll go less than a half-run first inning, no runs allowed. So let's head over to the batters that we're kind of looking at here. First one is going to be a popular play, but we're going to talk about him. Bobby Witt going into Coors Field here, first game of the series, 10.5 fantasy score. We're definitely going to go more than this. Probably going to be super popular in your DFS streets as well, but for good reason. I mean, he's been just absolutely smoking the ball here, where he's cleared this 10.5 fantasy score in 5 of his last 6 games. Again, going into Coors, facing a lefty in Kyle Freeland. Kyle Freeland's kind of struggled here. Now, Bobby Witt doesn't have the best BVP against him, but he's only faced him 6 times. So there's not a ton of history across the board here. We got a massive, anytime you're going to go into Coors, you're going to have high implied run totals. And you have it pretty high with Bobby Witt Jr. and the Kansas City Royals sitting at 6.1 implied run total. Like I said, swinging a hot bat right now, absolutely smashed the ball there in Tampa Bay, and then going over to Coors Field, facing Colorado. You're always kind of going to like, taking guys that are hot going into to Coors Field here. So definitely like Bobby Witt Jr. here for more than 10.5 fantasy score. The next one we're going to do is we're going to take it under on this one. And I was kind of looking around for some plays. There's a lot of decent pitchers up on the mound tonight. So not a ton of bats that I like taking, overs on, but unders. I think there's a couple spots we can look at. One spot is, of course, he is no longer on here, is he? Well, oh, there he is. Zach Short. And we're going to take less than a total base here. Kind of looking at him, he's going to be going up. He's going to be going up here against Aaron Nola on Philly. Great pitcher. He's only went over this number in one of his last 10 games. He's in the bottom of the order, so he's only going to get probably 3 plate appearances if he does his thing. So, that's always good, having a guy that's the bottom of the order when taking an under on a total base like this. And just kind of looking at things, he struggles. I mean, he's not a great hitter at all. If we look at his total numbers, Zach Short's total numbers for 2024, a pitiful 119 average with a .030 ISO. Only 10 total bases that he's had the complete year with a 178 BABIP. So just doesn't do real great here, and we get a guy in Nola. He throws a curveball 32% of the time. Zach Short strikes out 40% clip on that. Just 5, again, doesn't have a ton of plate appearances here. But just looking at, what Nola throws, he throws mainly 2 big pitches and really 3, I guess. Curveball, fastball, and a sinker. That curveball, again, Zach Short strikes out 40% of the time. Fastball 22% of the time with a 263 WOBA, so he does pretty decent on that. And then the sinker, strikes around 13% of the time. So if Nola's dealing with that curveball, which he throws 33% of the time, Zach Short struggles mightily on it. So we're kind of going to lean Zach Short going less than a total base here. And both sides here, I mean, we got Nola on one side and Max Fried on the other. So this could be one of those games where we have a pretty low-scoring game. Looks like Atlanta's got just right at 4 implied team total, and Philly's at 3.48. So we got around a 7.5 game total here. So kind of like this one, kind of under the radar kind of play, which, we're looking for these under plays like this. If he's in that lineup, he's going to be hitting 9th. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. Let's go back and look at one more first running play I'll talk about that I kind of like, and we'll discuss this one a little bit. And throw an extra play up here. And I think another one you can kind of look at here is Albert Suarez and Hogan Harris. I think this is another one you can kind of look at. If we're looking at Suarez, 9-1, no runs first inning for him for the year. And then Hogan Harris, 5-1 and 3-0 at home, no runs first inning as well. And if we look at the bats, we're looking at Baltimore, again, 7-3, no runs first inning. You do always worry about, a home run early in the game. Luckily, Harris is a lefty here, and I always worry about Gunnar Henderson going yard and lefty on lefty. I think that's going to help his cause a little bit in Hogan Harris. So and like I said, Oakland, no surprise, they haven't put up a run in the first inning in the last 10 games. So there's an extra one for you. There's 4 of them. Again, 2 no runs first inning plays, and then 2 batters. If you want more plays like this, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Like always, if you want more action and plays that we have, head on over to dailyedgesports.com and check us out. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.